You're on.
Hi everyone, Sarah here from the Paper Cut.
I'm not seeing it, but
Hang on, we're gonna make sure we can see and hear. I can hear, but do you see a black screen? Hang on a second.
I don't see it.
Oh, hang on, just bear with me. I forgot to get this camera going. I'll be there in a second. Nope, wrong camera. There we go.
All right.
Okay, now can you see me, Mom?
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
Hi, everyone. Thursday night. It's Thursday night demo. I was working on my camera because with alcohol inks, and especially the pearls on black, it's super hard. And that's why I usually don't do them. It's much nicer in person with the pearls because you can see them, the glitter going. So I usually don't do them on camera. So I was kind of playing with that camera and I totally forgot about the background camera. But here we are, Thursday night demo. Let's see what's up at the Paper Cut. I'm a little behind on getting my giraffe kits out. Those are going to ship tomorrow. I'm going to come in and work tomorrow and get those mailed out. So it's not until the 2nd. So you still should get them in time. So on the 2nd, on the one of a kind, we have this card that's using one of our simple pop-ups. So it's not until the 2nd.
Yep.
So you still should get.
All right.
Okay. So, and then we have the slider card. So these are coming up on April 2nd. And yes, I'm a little delayed in getting kits out. So never fear. They're going out tomorrow or Saturday if you're closer, then but we'll get them out to you. It's been a busy week. It's been like a crazy week. So, and then what else
Do
did
you
I want
also
to
have the stamp of the giraffe?
I don't. The giraffe is from Impression Obsession. It is on a clear set and it is called Baby Giraffe. We do still have kits available. And I don't know the stamp number, but it will be on your instruction sheet. Otherwise, if you go to the Impression Obsession website, which is iostamps.com, you can just search Baby Giraffe. And I think the rubber stamp comes up, but also the clear set. So he'll come pre-stamped and pre-colored in your kit, and everything will be pre-cut. We'll just be assembling the slider card and the simple pop-up card, and then I'll be demoing how I, got to both. So yeah, we'll be doing that on April 2nd. I'm still working on a craft along or a fun time Thursday with our flip-flop card and our deep etch dies. That still is coming, but it was just, like I said, a crazy week and I didn't get it done this week. So one thing that's come up, I've had a lot of emails the last week or so asking about shows. So we are not going to any shows this year. We just decided not to travel. The price of gas is super high, the hotels, the food. So yeah, we just decided not this year, next year. And then we'll be doing more limited shows. We've kind of, gotten to the routine of staying home. We have a new grandbaby and we love seeing him. So we decided not to travel as much. And this year we're just taking it off. I haven't updated my show schedule yet. But yeah, this year we are not traveling to shows. But if you're going to shows, at certain shows, Rubbernecker will be carrying a lot of our products. So at all of the expo shows and some of the rubber stamp event shows, they'll have our products there in their booths. So, visit them to get our products. Otherwise, catch me on Thursdays. Catch my recap email shortly after the 1st of the month. Then we'll have certain events going on here. Last year we did something in May on Mother's Day weekend. Probably, does anyone want me to do that again? So, like a 3-day event. And then the warehouse sale we will have. We'll do a week-long virtual event during the warehouse sale. So So yeah, we'll just keep her rolling virtually. I know it's much nicer to see us in person where you can see and feel, but some of you we never saw before anyways. So anyways, let's go. Tonight we are doing alcohol inks, and they're kind of hard to see, so I do apologize. I'll do my best to show them to you on camera, but they're really hard to see on the black. So Mom, if you want to go down to the table.
All right. There you go.
Okay, so
and you can see.
And can you see?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So anyways, I did get some new pearl alcohol inks. There's 4 of them on our site, and when I ordered some alcohol inks, they said, hey, there's 2 new sets. So do you want to try them? So I don't have them online yet. I will be getting them online. But there's this set with a green called Elixir, and obviously I just opened them, so I haven't even played with this one. Elixir, Divine, and I can't even read that one because it's too dark and I need a flashlight, but it's a purple. So, and then the other set that I did open up and play with a little bit, this yellow is called Radiant, and then we have Scorch and Intense. So we'll be playing with those a little bit tonight. The one thing with the alcohol pearls, you need to shake them a lot. They usually have a ball in them that will start to shake. And one thing, and this seems kind of like I shouldn't have to tell you this, but you do want to make sure the cap is on before you shake them, because I was at a show once and somebody took the cap off and then shook it.
Oops.
And it was a god-awful mess. Now normally there's oh, there it is. You have to shake them until you can hear the ball go, because the ball mixes up the glitter that's in the bottom. So just make sure, especially when they're brand new, to shake them enough until that ball starts. I should have shaken these 2 before, but anyways, let us talk a little bit about some of the papers we're going to be trying. We're going to be trying the Yupo, and I did pull out some other ones, and I did go closer just so hopefully you could see better, but I've got the McCoy Dull Gloss, the regular Glossy, the Yupo, I've got the Silver Mirror Card, Silver Glossy, which I've done before.
Do you carry these?
We carry all the papers, yeah. I do have the alcohol inks.
Okay.
I just did not get them posted online yet, which would have been a good thing, but they'll be there. I'll try and get them posted tomorrow. But then we have Black Glossy. So the Black Glossy, let's talk about the Black Glossy for a minute. The Black Glossy is discontinued by the mill. So if you search Black Glossy, I do not have it as 8.5 by 11 sheets. The only way I have it is as these postcards. So, and I don't even know if the postcards are online, so I'm going to look at getting those online too. And then the Black Mirror Card, which has the more reflective finish. So very similar. If you can't get the Black Glossy, go to the Black Mirror Card. And then we have one other black that I'm going to try, and it's called Skin Black, and it's a really black, and it's called, like, Skin Black isn't a very good name. It is, like, you could take the chalk on it when chalks were popular, and take, water and wipe it off after you did the chalks. So this was good. The Skin Black was good for the chalks. So let's just, and I should have shaken, these I had opened before. So yeah, make sure you shake them. I am going to start out, just so you can see the colors, with my normal applicator and felt. And I'm going to put some on each one.
Are the alcohol inks like Acre Inker for alcohol markers?
Like the re-inkers.
Like re-inkers. Okay.
Yeah. They are very similar. These are the pearls, so they have glitter in them. And I'll try and get that so you can see it on camera. I don't know if you can. But yes, the alcohol re-inkers, like in a pinch, I have used my Copic marker re-inkers for alcohol ink, like if I didn't have a certain color. Now I pretty much have all the colors, so I don't do that anymore. But the one thing that I do like to do is I do like to use my alcohol ink blending solution, which I do make my own. So I'm going to give you that recipe. And so if you want to write it down, it's 95% alcohol. So you have to make sure the right percentage is right. 95% alcohol, 1 ounce of 95% alcohol to 3 drops of glycerin.
To 3 drops of
Glycerin.
glycerin.
Yeah. So I'm just going to try these really quick doing that motion on each piece of paper, just so you can see the colors on the different paper. So they're pretty much, this is the silver glossy that I did first. And this is just so you can see the color. And then I'm going to kind of do a tappy tap type thing.
That 95% alcohol to 3 drops of glycerin is your
alcohol ink blending solution.
Okay.
So if you don't want to buy the blending solution because it comes in a super small bottle, I do make my own in bigger bottles. So the blacks, I don't know if you can see the blacks at all. So there is glitter in there, which is super hard to see. Okay, and it's, you can kind of see, I don't know
What
if
about
you,
lava paper?
oh, I do have some lava paper here, so hang on a second, let me get that. But just one thing with the Yupo translucent, see it's kind of like a vellum, so you can see where I have a smooge behind it, you can see behind. So the Yupo 104 pound text is kind of like a vellum, but it is a little bit more opaque than a vellum. So you probably can't see the glittery on here, but there is some sparkle to it. And hang on, I have a piece of lava. The piece of lava that I have over here,
How much 95% alcohol was
1
it?
ounce.
1 ounce.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is the rose gold. So yes, you can do the alcohol inks on the lava also. So yeah, those turn out. So if you're doing the alcohol inks, I do like to add some of the blending solution because they tend, and I don't know if you can see this or not, but you'll tend to get big kind of, not clumps of glitter, but more concentrated things of glitter. So I do like to use my blending solution a little bit more if I'm doing my tappy tap. And that'll spread some of that glitter out. So in person you can see the glitter kind of sparkling in there. It is harder being virtual to do this because you can't really see the glitter as well.
Do you think the alcohol ink will stay on plastic like plastic bottles?
It will, because it is alcohol, so it will dry. And I've done it on the acetate. If I have acetate here, I would show you, but I don't have any acetate.
It will work on acetate too.
Yes, which is a plastic. Okay, so now let's go to our black, which you might not be able to, I'm going to re-ink with the black. Yeah, the lava is pretty. But yeah, you want to make sure to shake them up just so you get the glitter spread out. So let's try the black, which again, I don't know if you'll be able to see. I think you might be able to see that, especially in the beginning before it dries. So hang on a second, I'm going to see when I can, it's probably a little bit too dark, the black. Oh no, when I move it, I know you can see it because I was just watching myself. So yeah, you can see a little bit of the color when you do it on the black. So now I'm on the black mirror card versus the black glossy. And that you will be able to see in a little bit too. As I move the paper, you can see how pretty that is, even on the black. Just gives a totally different look than it does on the white. So here's the white versus on the black. Now it's going to take a minute to dry, and I think I'm going to actually use this piece for my butterfly, or behind my butterfly. So I do have, I'm using this same little butterfly that we've used before. Leslie was asking me for my gold sample of my butterfly card, and I didn't have a gold sample, I had a silver. So that's what kind of prompted me. I received these alcohol inks, and I thought these three would be really fun to do on the gold. So I thought, well, okay, I'll do a gold butterfly. So I die cut my butterfly, and I want to keep this one in because I am going to alcohol ink this one. So I took it, and I just took some, and I don't want to set it down on my messy table. So hang on a second. Okay, so I just took my butterfly, and I'm going to set him on some black here, just so you can see him. But I did just take some Scotch tape, and I wanted to hold all of the die cuts in. So on the back of him, I just used Scotch tape kind of all over the back. And I kind of pre-did that before tonight. But I kind of put Scotch tape on the back, and that held all of his pieces in. And then I'm going to alcohol ink right on top of him. And then I am going to use another die cut one as the outline. So
Sarah, you said the alcohol inks are a re-inker for alcohol markers?
Technically you can use them. Like, I don't.
Okay.
But if you're in a pinch, you can.
Yes.
So I wouldn't say they're exactly the same thing, but they're both alcohol based. So we have, and this one is our black, and I'm going to add just some drops of yellow to it so you can see. So, because as it dried, it kind of soaked into my black. And let's add some big drops of yellow. And let's add some blending solution over the top. So they're really kind of, the sparklies are kind of moving around in there, and you can't hardly see it.
What are those colors you just used?
Hang on one second. I'm just adding a little bit of blending solution to my yellow, just to make it move even a little bit more. The colors that I used come in a set, and they are Intense, which is the red, Radiant, which is the yellow or the gold, and then Scorch, which is kind of the coppery color.
And Torch?
Scorch. Scorch.
Okay.
Yeah, Scorch.
Don't have my hearing aids in, sorry.
Oh, that's okay. So yeah, we just added some yellow on there.
Scorch.
Make that stand out a little bit more. But I'm going to use the same colors on our gold mirror card. So let's see how they look on our gold mirror card.
Intense, Radiance, and Scorch, right?
Yep. We're going to do the same thing on our gold mirror card butterfly. So yeah, this, I must say, is something that probably is better to view in person. But
do you have the butterfly in stock, or do we have to order it?
Yeah, the butterfly is from Impression Obsession. So you have to order it from them. And I've used this butterfly before. I do like this butterfly a lot. So all of my pieces stayed in my butterfly because I used some Scotch tape on the back. Okay, so I die cut my butterfly in the gold mirror card. I used Scotch tape on the back to hold my pieces in place. Now we have our butterfly. And then I did cut out a butterfly earlier, just in gold. And this guy I poked out except I missed a couple. So let's poke them out. So see how our background gold butterfly fits right in there? And I think I might actually even leave him loose a little bit. So I'm going to attach him in the middle and leave him kind of loose on his wings. So to do that, and I was going to use my micro dot adhesive, and I was going to attach him all the way, but now I changed my mind. Just now when I was doing it, I said, let's leave him a little bit loose. So I have my gold butterfly. I don't want to have messy fingers. And I'm just going to attach his body. But we left his wings loose. And he'll take a minute to dry. I probably should have used some, what am I thinking? Glossy accents, because that's a little bit thicker and will dry quicker. But we'll just set him aside. But isn't he really pretty with the outline and then the alcohol ink behind him? All right, so we have this kind of background piece.
That's that swallowtail.
Swallowtail butterfly?
Yep.
Okay, so now I'm actually not sure which piece I'm going to use. Let's go back and we're going to do 2 more pieces with the alcohol inks. We have a black glossy and we have a silver glossy. So I'm just going to set that aside. And we're going to go again, because these pieces I cut kind of to size with what I wanted to use. So let's just kind of play with those again. And our 3 colors. And we have our butterfly. So again, the colors are Radiant, Scorch, and Intense. And
Intense.
Yep.
Okay.
And I like to put some blending solution on there just because otherwise the glitter kind of clumps up. And we are just going to kind of do a tappy tap. And I'm going to do that both on the silver glossy and on my black mirror card. I'm going to use these as layers. You can see the color much better on our silver mirror card. Or this is silver glossy, I'm sorry. Silver glossy, and then we have our black mirror card. I do want some more yellow on there though.
That was the swallowtail that was the butterfly 2 die, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so now we're just going to let these dry, which this one pretty much is dry. This one that I added a whole bunch of ink to, that one's not dry. But it's on the black. So now we're going to go to our, and then we have our butterfly. And, oops, don't set them down there, Sarah. So we're going to go to our easel card. The easel card, it's pretty dry. The easel card has 2 scores. So 2 scores. It is a steno card with an extra score. So we have, this is our normal steno card, and then it has an extra score in it. So that's our easel card. So it can fold either like this to make an easel, or you can fold it like this, like a Z. So we've used this actually in our banded Z fold card. okay? But if we fold it the other way, that's the typical easel card. So I do have a couple samples that I had out here earlier. Oh, here they are. So this is an easel card where it kind of stands up like that. So that's the easel. That's the typical easel. And then this is folding your easel card the other way with the Z fold, where you're standing it up like this. So it kind of folds like that, and it stands up on your table like this, where the other one, so this is your two different easel versions. Or you can use your easel card to make like a banded Z fold.
Somebody asked what the number of the butterfly is. I think that was 2. I put a link.
Okay.
So if you go look through the comments, you'll see the link.
Okay. So when you're attaching, so yeah, look through the comments for the link for the butterfly. When you're attaching to the easel card, you just want to attach to this bottom half if you're folding it like this. Because if you attach to the whole thing, then you're basically just a steno card. So we want to attach just to the bottom half of the card to make an easel card. So it will pop up like that. Okay, so we have that piece. Oops, I used the wrong one. Oh well. I had another layer of my black glossy because I was going to have a layer of black in between, and I used the wrong piece. So let's cut another piece actually.
Thanks, Tracy.
So I'll be right back with you. I'm going to cut this just so I have a different, do I need to cut it? Yeah, I'm going to cut it. Hang on.
Tracy says hello.
Oh,
Have a good class.
oh, Tracy Winowski.
Mhm.
Oh. Okay, so hang on one second. Just cutting my piece down. Okay, and then I did cut out a gold layer also. You know what, and I don't even know if I want to use that. So I might just use this for a different project. I don't know. Actually, I think I am going to use that. So hang on, I'm going to cut a little bit more. Now is one of those instances that I probably should have measured before cutting, so I didn't cut the wrong amount off. But, oh, I did it. So this is one of our frames. So we have a large one and a small one, and they're kind of together. So we have these two dies, and they do come together, but they cut two separate things. So they either cut this smaller frame or a larger frame. So right now I'm just going to attach that to this piece that I made as kind of a background piece of paper. And I'm just using my little dot roller to do that, just so I can pick that up really quick. And I could have used foam tape, that probably would have been nice, but I didn't. So I can use my foam tape right now though to attach this to the black, because we're going to frame that in black. So let's get our foam tape out. And for ease, I'm going to grab my good foam tape that I can just rip, because I didn't have any pre-cut for class. Okay, and I'm just going to pop up our little frame with our little background in it. I don't know if you guys can see the background there or not. Then we're going to attach that to our nice pretty colored piece. And then we're going to attach the butterfly. So I'm going to wait to attach the butterfly until I have it all attached to the card.
Sarah, I'm looking for that butterfly stamp.
I don't think that is a stamp.
Well, there is a swallowtail here, but it's a cling set, and it's one of 4.
Oh. So now I'm going to put tape on it, but now you want to make sure to only put tape on the bottom half, because if you put tape on the whole thing, you'll tape your card shut. So you only want to put tape on that bottom half. So did you find the stamp, Mom?
Yeah, but it comes as one of a set of 4.
Uh-huh. I guess I've never
But
used the...
it doesn't look like it's exactly the same
Okay.
butterfly, but I mean, it is a swallowtail.
Okay. So now for our easel card, it just opens like that. I don't think I brought a piece of cardstock in to use inside, so I'm just going to grab my lava piece and I'm going to cut that to go on my inside. Just because I have it here and it's got some of the same colors in it. Okay, so on the inside I'm just going to use a layer, and that could be a layer of anything. All right, now when you pop that up, you need it to stand up somehow. And let's attach our butterfly to that right away. Okay, so we're going to pop up our butterfly. Okay, so we'll just put foam tape in the middle of our butterfly, and we're going to kind of pop him up. And remember, his wings pop out. So yeah, isn't that pretty with his wings popped out like that?
It's pretty.
Now, we need something that it can stand up. So when somebody opens it, it can stand up. So you can use, you know, things like a dot. You want to pop up whatever you're going to make stand up. But I'm going to use a whole band across the bottom here for it to pop up on. So I'm just going to open that up just really quick. So, but I cut this whole little band thing, and I'm going to put a word on it, which is smile. You don't want it, if I'm going to use this band to stop my easel, I don't want my word above the top of the band, because otherwise it's just going to get folded over. So I could use, you know, just a circle. So I just need something to pop that guy up so it can stay standing. So I'm going to use foam tape underneath whatever I use. And this time I am going to use just this band and a word rather than just a circle. So let's get some foam tape on there. We're going to pop that up because that's going to allow the front of the easel to stay standing. I haven't usually used a band. Usually I just do use a circle or a button or something like that. And this time I was like, I'm just going to use a whole band to pop up against. So this is a little bit different for me. And I think I'm going to use 2 layers of foam tape. You don't have to. You could probably just use one. I've used a button there. I've used a circle. I've used a square. I was looking for a little butterfly die, just a little one, and I was going to use that to pop to keep my easel open. Couldn't find my butterfly die, and that's when I decided I'm going to use the band with a word on it. Okay, so we have this band there, and this is what's going to hold our easel card up. So when you open it, it's going to sit right against that band, and that's going to hold our easel up. And then I am going to use the word smile. So this I am going to get my micro dot adhesive sheets out for. Now I probably don't want it way low on my S because, or I could kind of tilt it. Otherwise I'm going to have adhesive underneath the bottom of my S. So let's strategically place my word on my microdot adhesive sheet. There we go. And this smile is from our Just Smile die, and I just cut out the word smile instead of just smile. So yes, this is from our Just Smile die. So yeah, that's when you open it, closed, and then open. I do need some type of little bling there, but yeah, so this could just kind of sit there on a desk. So that is our Easel card,
Lovely.
which is our Easel card base. We also used our scallop rectangle frame die. We used the alcohol inks, the pearls, which I'm going to get these new ones on our website. We used gold mirror card. This is brushed gold. We used silver glossy. So yeah, we used a lot of different stuff on here. So that's what we have for you tonight. The pearl inks.
Maybe next week Sarah can talk about how she started the business.
Oh, yeah.
We're out of time tonight, I think.
Yeah, I'll talk about that next week. We'll talk about how we got from point A to point B, and we'll talk about that next week. And if anybody has any suggestions for a project for next week, you just let me know if there's something that you are dying to see, or that you need help with, or something you have in your stash that you're not sure what to do with. I would love to give you some inspiration. So thanks for joining me tonight, and we'll see you next week.